between familiar ground and unpriced risk. On the hidden complexity of choosing change after collapse, by Peak Afflatus, we are taught to frame life decisions as a moral contest: courage versus comfort, growth versus stagnation, change versus gratitude. As if the correct choice is always ethically legible in hindsight. As if staying proves maturity and leaving proves bravery, or the reverse. After my breakdown, that framing crumbled. I was no longer asking what was right. I was asking what I could survive. After psychological collapse, every decision carries implicit threat. Will this move push me back toward the edge or return me to safety? Change loses its excitement. Stability loses its reassurance. Both become charged with the possibility of relapse. The discomfort of the known is real. The terrain is mapped. I know where the landslides occur. I know how to tend the injuries. What presents itself as containment and resilience can slowly become contraction. The perimeter shrinks. The future narrows. Safety is preserved by reducing possibility. Beyond the ridges lie unseen possibilities, but their risk remains unpriced. Uncertainty becomes conflated with danger. Identity and security are subjected to another potential test the body fears may harm it. The real danger is not that one path is safe and the other is reckless. It is that both carry collapse risk. Staying may allow the ground to erode beneath me. Leaving may destabilize through acute load and overstimulation. Neither offers moral clarity. Both demand nervous system cost. When I try to weigh these paths through virtue, I begin to moralize the decision. Am I patient or afraid? Grateful or self-deceiving? Learning or avoiding growth? The frame paralyzes choice into recursive what-ifs, but this is the wrong metric. Collapse was not caused by moral failure. It felt like the imperceptible moment the ground decides it can no longer sustain your weight and slides away. It was caused by sustained load exceeding capacity. Every system that requires sustained self-override will eventually produce collapse, not as exception, not as weakness, as outcome. The correct question is not which path proves my character, but which path allows adjustment when strain increases. Which path retains flexibility? Which path permits correction without catastrophe? Any philosophy that sanctifies endurance will eventually ask you to die for it. Stoicism teaches that the obstacle is the way, but an obstacle can also become a wall. Growth has diminishing returns. Insight plateaus while the cost of knowing continues to rise. At some point, an obstacle must be circumnavigated. There is no pure choice that defines who I am. All options carry implicit risk. Every life path requires adaptation, not proof. There is no brave path and no safe path. There is only the path that collapses you slowly and the one that collapses you fast. I have already lost a life once. I will not pretend I can afford to lose another. The task is not to choose who I appear to be. It is to choose the path that allows course correction before collapse returns. Because survival is not cowardice. It is the prerequisite for any future worth choosing. You have been listening to Peak Afflatus.